Right now it's 6 slide-offs and flight cancellations. The havoc this weekend's major snowstorm left.
And no snow day for La Crosse School District administrators, how they're looking to prepare students for future careers.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozorowski. We'll start with that weather and some rough road conditions today. Slick roads this morning caused several semis to slide off area highways, and crews worked to clear the scenes. If you were heading out today, roads may still be slippery in at least a few spots. Meantime, the Sparta Performing Arts Booster Club show choir is set to return after the storm stranded them in Orlando. The choir making the trip for nationals when their return flight was canceled. Now, according to the club, rebooking travel and an extra night has created an unexpected $15,000 cost to students and families.
It's been a struggle because we've had to get, between the flights, then we also had to book 29 rooms at a hotel for our patrons and our students. So it's kind of cost a little bit of money, extra money that wasn't expected.
The club has set up a GoFundMe to cover the costs. We have that link on news8000.com.
And that powerful storm dumping snow on communities across the region.
Yeah, News 8 Now's Grace Monk caught up with Trempealeau County residents as they tried to dig themselves out.
The city of Arcadia received almost 2 feet of snow over the weekend. Residents say it's taken them several hours to dig their way out.
I went to bed about 9 o'clock, and then when I woke up this morning, it was like 16 inches of snow, and it was just, I couldn't see the Wanak Center. I couldn't see my neighbor's house.
The northern half of Trempealeau County received between 18 to 25 inches of snow. Strong winds left some residents with only a few inches of snow to get through, while others had their work cut out for them. Matelski says he spent nearly 5 hours clearing snow from his driveway along with his neighbors.
In my driveway here, I had probably like 4 feet of snow once the plows come through.
Matelski says it was easy to get out of his house in the morning thanks to his snowblower. But for some residents, that wasn't the case.
Taking out the four-wheeler and starting to we had to shovel first by hand to get it out, and that was pretty hard.
Residents were also left with several inches of snow on their cars, with some being stuck behind walls of snow. Reporting in Arcadia, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Around the state, more than a foot of snow burying Green Bay, pairing with powerful winds, creating dangerous whiteout conditions in some areas.
And the National Weather Service reporting over 20 inches in Kewaunee County, causing the roof of this farm in Casco to collapse, though the owner says no people or animals were injured.
And all that snow pile up, we might still see some more this week, Greg.
Yeah, winter is back. It's more like January. It's going to feel like here probably through Tuesday night with more snow on the way. Today's temperatures, these are highs you would want to see probably in the middle, early January, even a little bit below average for that time. But really a lot of 20s out there, even teens to the west. Obviously, this doesn't factor in the wind chill. We will see decreasing clouds here later, getting close to 10 p.m. from La Crosse. That wind chill will be around 0 in the single digits. The winds will start to back off a little bit, but still breezy and quite cold this evening. Similar story for Eau Claire. The cloud will back off as we go towards the later part of 10 p.m. We'll back off to about 13 with wind chills once again below 0, although the winds will decrease overnight. Currently, we're in the teens. The winds are still about 15 to 20 miles per hour to the northwest, so some drifting is still possible with the wind chills there in the single digits. Area-wide, there's your cloud cover. It's beginning to drop off from west to east. You can see that over Mankato in those areas. We'll see more of that as we look at the current wind chills. Been really cold out to the west of the river. Negative numbers, even negative 10 at Mason City as that wind continues to really howl out in that area. So later on, we're going to not melt the snow as you would expect in March. We're actually going to add a little bit, as we mentioned, to Tuesday. But we do have some more spring-like potential temperatures towards the end of the week, so we'll break that down a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn weather app.
A woman from Arizona is arrested for trying to smuggle drugs into the Jackson County Correctional Institution.
26-year-old Valencia Nash admitted to bringing cocaine to an inmate. Officers found roughly 6 grams of cocaine on Nash and suspected ecstasy in her vehicle. A search of her rental property in Appleton turned up more cocaine. Nash faces felony charges including delivering illegal articles to an inmate and possession with intent to deliver. Chippewa Falls police say their non-emergency phone lines are down due to a Spectrum outage. Emergency 911 service is still working, but should only be used for urgent calls. The lobby call box remains available. Police will update the public when service is restored.
Well, School District of La Crosse students may have had the day off, but their administrators did not. Leaders from all 6 of the area school districts met with the La Crosse Chamber, discussing programs that schools can implement to best meet the needs of employers and how they can collaborate with local businesses.
So essential for business leaders to see and learn what's happening in the school districts and at the various schools in terms of preparing young people for the jobs, but also for the businesses to be able to share, here are the skills we're looking for.
The chamber also helping the school district tackle challenges they're facing.
The contestants for this year's Conductor Wannabes are in. First, Michael Quam is running and representing the Family and Children's Center. The program supports music education and academic success. Quam's goals also support children and families who are going through suspected child abuse and neglect.
When the opportunity came up to support both music education as well as the Stepping Stones program at Family and Children's Center, we thought about all the ways that children would benefit from this.
This week, we'll introduce you to every contestant.
Still to come, the partial government shutdown continues, how it's impacting TSA agents and spring break travelers.
And the Kennedy Center will shut down for 2 years. The major repairs President Trump says are needed for the venue.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, the next generation of Irish Americans changing Irish pubs on St. Patrick's Day, and Art has more cold in his forecast. We'll see you starting at 5 a.m.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Right now, get over $7,300 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
Improve your home, improve your life. More choices, lower prices. The 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show only at the Board Store. Create a sanctuary in your own backyard. We are favored to live in a wonderful area. Make the most of it with a deck that is safe and sound. A pergola or patio cover to shield you from the sun. A 3-season porch to protect you from bugs and bad weather. Or a year-round sunroom you enjoy 24/7 every day of the year. Great value during the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show only at the Board Store.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
I met my abuser when I was 10. He was my Sunday school teacher. At 18, I was pressured to marry him. Chris Taylor was the first person to stand up for me. She worked with both parties and with law enforcement to pass laws to protect survivors like me. Chris listened, and my abuser went to prison. On the Supreme Court, Judge Chris Taylor will continue to protect Wisconsin.
Judge Chris Taylor, protecting our rights, defending our freedoms.
The U.S. is asking other countries to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
The waterway carries a fifth of the world's crude oil. President Trump says the U.S. gets less than 1% of its oil from the strait, but other countries depend on it much more. Some allies have already dismissed the call for help.
Let me be clear, that won't be, and it's never been envisaged to be, a NATO mission.
The U.S. military has launched more than 6,000 strikes against Iran in 3 weeks of Operation Epic Fury. Iran continues attacking U.S. allies, including a weekend strike on Dubai's airport.
FCC Chair Brendan Carr threatening local broadcasters over their coverage of the war, claiming they are presenting, quote, fake news and must operate in public interest or the FCC will revoke their licenses. Wisconsin Republican Ron Johnson is one of many lawmakers pushing back, saying he does not support government meddling with free speech.
The conflict continuing to send fuel prices soaring. The average price of gas in Wisconsin standing at $3.39. The highest prices for a gallon in the state since August of 2024, and 63 cents higher since the start of the war.
Airport delays are getting worse as the partial government shutdown drags on.
TSA agents are working without pay and hundreds have quit. CBS's Jared Hill reports from New York.
Long lines snaked through Atlanta's International Airport Monday. Nasty weather, a spring break rush, and a partial government shutdown, all stressing the system.
No complaints, we're on spring break.
These college students came to the airport 2 hours early for their trip to Florida.
Definitely scared when we got here, but everyone in TSA has been so helpful guiding you in the right direction.
TSA agents are working without pay. On Friday, they missed their first full paycheck since the latest government shutdown began a month ago. In that time, call-out rates have more than doubled, and more than 300 employees have quit.
Many are coping with eviction notices, vehicle repossessions, empty refrigerators, and overdrawn bank accounts.
Congress has not funded the Department of Homeland Security, with Democrats pushing for changes to ICE, including requirements for enforcement agents to wear IDs and remove their masks.
If we can't agree on ICE reforms, let's pay everybody else.
They offered a vote to reopen individual agencies, including TSA. Republicans argue Democrats are playing politics at a time of heightened risk with the Iran war.
They've decided not to pay the men and women that are keeping us safe in our airports and in our skies in order to try to extract some political advantage.
Flyers around the country are prepared for significant delays.
We got here 2.5 hours early, so played the dad card real hard.
Fresh pressure on Sunday. CEOs from major airlines sent a letter to Congress writing, once again, air travel is the political football, calling the situation unacceptable. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
The Kennedy Center in Washington will shut down for 2 years after July 4th for major repairs. The closure follows staff resignations and canceled shows. At the White House before today's vote, the president said the need for extensive repairs prompted the initiative.
We're rebuilding it. It's in very, very bad condition. It's been it's been somewhat of a disaster, to be honest with you. It's been let go to hell. That's what they've done. They did a poor job. They spent money in the wrong places.
The board previously renamed the facility the Trump Kennedy Center, but some historians and lawmakers say congressional action would be needed to change the name.
The brackets are set. March Madness is finally here. Duke taking the top overall seed this year. Arizona, Florida, and Michigan rounding out the other top seeds. Wisconsin is a 5 seed in the West region. They'll take on the High Point Panthers 12:50 p.m. on Thursday.
And for the women's bracket, it's the usual suspects on top. UConn, South Carolina, UCLA, and Texas taking the #1 seeds. Minnesota grabbing a 4th seed in the Sacramento bracket. They'll face UW Green Bay in the first round.
We will have more news ahead.
But first,
definitely going to be a cold St. Patrick's Day, but we also got some snow towards the tail end of the day that'll go in through the night. We'll track that storm out and then show you when we might actually hit 50 again. That all coming up on your We're Sworn Weather Update after the break.
Big refund, big project, big savings at Menards. Turn your tax refund into your next big project. Generac Home Standby Generators advanced technology starts within seconds of sensing a power loss. Save over $1,500 on this home generator after sale price and 11% rebate. Turn your tax refund into a new look with a new in-stock Ideal garage door. Or design your own. Get this 9x7 insulated garage door for a value of $649.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Truck Month only happens once a year.
So it's gotta be big.
Like available Pro Power on board big.
Protect it with the Ford Security Package big. Biggest deals of the year big.
There's only one Ford Truck Month.
Deal's so good, we need a bigger door big.
Oh yeah.
Get 0% financing, 0 down, and 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford trucks. Plus $1,000 bonus cash and a free limited maintenance plan. See your local Northland Ford dealers.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. And now that we've combined networks, T-Mobile covers more places than ever before. America's best network just got bigger. Join now and your plan price is guaranteed for 5 years. T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular, better together.
Hi. Hi. Chocolate fundraiser.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
What home improvement delivers the highest return on investment? A new garage door. And the perfect door is a genuine overhead door, made to last right here in the USA for over 100 years. Overhead Door has been the leader in exceptional design and quality materials installed by trained, experienced professionals. Find your perfect door. Visit our showroom or go online to choose from an endless array of styles, colors, and accents. From our family to yours. Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
Yeah, quite a winter storm that we've had, probably the most we've had in a March-type system for a lot of areas, at least since 2005 when we had a similar event that. But then you'd probably go back to the 50s to see something that much impressive. Now, this was over really about 2-day total for a lot of areas, but really just a very narrow corridor of 18 plus. If you notice on Gray's story, there are areas that were almost 2 feet plus in this small little area. Obviously, as you go further south, we have more sleet, freezing rain that mixed in earlier in the system, so our totals weren't as impressive. But further north, too, they had lesser snow. As you go north of Eau Claire, they were right on 13 inches. Further north, much less. So a very narrow corridor, but everyone got it. And, of course, these totals are subject really with the snow going on, the blowing of the wind going on for the past 24 hours. A lot of totals here are a little bit questioned. It gets a little bit harder with type of setup to measure snow accurately. But overall, what we expected, we got pretty much for most of the area. Now tonight we have clearing skies, still some cloud cover overhead, clearing to the west too, but we'll start losing some of this low cloud cover throughout the nighttime as temperatures continue to fall. Right now, if you look at the feel-like temperatures, still very cold to the west. We're still sub-zero, where they have still the wind continue to blow and the temperatures didn't get as warm. Overall, we're kind of hovering in the single digits for most locations right now. Wind speeds still up there, 15 to 20 for a lot of areas, but then there's still some areas that are still 25 to 30, especially you look at Mason City, 28, and that's why they still got the wind chill. So these winds still subside a little bit, but not really until later tonight, towards tomorrow morning, will they get more into that 5 to 10 mile per hour range. Basically, as high pressure, that'll loosen the gradient, so our winds will relax a little bit as the low pressure pushes to the east. Our next system we're monitoring is out to the west, just entering the Rockies there. That's going to be our next system that's going to come through. It's going to put a warm front through the area. But in the meantime, we got the wind chills overnight, and we will potentially see in the areas 10 below, maybe even a little colder going into tomorrow morning. So you see some minus 11 popping up, 12 too. Just depends on temperature and the amount of wind. The wind will be about 5 to 10, occasionally a little bit higher for most areas going throughout the nighttime. And then tomorrow we'll see some improvement, but don't expect much above zero until we get at least to 10 a.m. or later. Temperatures tonight, we could see some potential areas getting even colder, 5 to 10 below, given the snowpack. Most other areas will be hovering in the single digits. The winds will help to keep these temperatures up a little bit. If we had lighter winds and clearing skies, we'd likely fall a few more degrees than this, but the winds do help a little bit. Tomorrow we'll start seeing cloud cover. Won't be increase until later in the afternoon. As you see, by the time 3 to 4 p.m. comes around, a lot of cloud cover. That wind turns around to the south. We have a warm front approaching to the west. Associated with that warm front is a band of light snow that will get here around 5 to 6 p.m. So we will see that for portions of the evening commute. You can see I got visibility layout. You can see eventually we will see some visibilities between maybe about 9 to 11, get back into about that 1 to 2 mile, which means accumulation is occurring. But then we'll start seeing it kind of become more scattered in nature towards the morning commute, and then towards the late morning, we're really losing all that, and then start to lose the cloud cover towards Tuesday afternoon. Total amounts, we're going to see at least 1 to 2, but there are going to be some areas that pick up in that 2 to 3 of light, fluffy snow. So road impacts will be there for a little bit time, lesser on the main roads, but still for the morning commute, you could see some slick spots throughout. Wednesday, we get a little bit warmer. We're getting back into the low 40s, but still not quite to average. More sun in the afternoon. The good news going forward, We do have near average temperatures Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday's a lot of question marks given a front, how quickly it comes Saturday, and how much of that snowpack influences our temperatures. So if we didn't have the snowpack, easily 60 probably, but with it, we'll see how warm we can get, but it should be at least above average Friday and Saturday before we cool back down. But the snow is here to stay for the time being, and we're going to add a little bit to it too.
There we go. Welcome to March. Huh?
Yep.
Thanks, Greg. And coming up next in sports, one win away. Team USA into the final for the World Baseball Classic. Plus, it's almost time for the NCAA tournament. Hear from Greg Gard and Braden Carrington on Wisconsin's draw. Jacob is next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Come on, boys. These dogs aren't going to eat themselves. Yeah, mustard? I'm a mustard gal myself.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like you're dealing with a lot of pressure.
And pain. Ugh, it's ruining my sleep.
Well, it's a good thing you came to Slumberland. As your sleep counselor, I'll help you find the best mattress to relieve those aches and pains. Try this Tempur Pro Adapt. The all-night adaptive support and unparalleled pressure relief will help you get the deep, undisturbed sleep you deserve.
Oh, I think getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
I hear ya. Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage,
yes,
man?
Sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Going on or coming off?
On. 14 hours.
Oh, thanks. Saving lives.
Cheers.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, the madness is almost ready to ensue. Yesterday, the NCAA releasing the 68-team field for the tournament, and once again, Badgers putting on their dancing shoes, hoping to make a deep run. Wisconsin enters the national tournament with a 24-10 overall record, receiving a 5 seed in the West region bracket. Yesterday, they'll take on 12-seeded High Point, who enters the big dance with a 30-4 mark. Greg Gard's team possesses a ton of confidence after some impressive performances against some of the country's best teams, and they believe they're a real threat to cut down the nets.
I don't know if we proved anything to ourselves. I think we knew what we had in this locker room the whole season. Obviously, it took a while to get where we want to be, but I think to the whole country, we proved we can make a run in this tournament. We have some of the best guards in the country, probably the best backcourt in the country. That can take us a long way, and then once we get our team fully healthy, I mean, I think we're a team that nobody wants to play. So,
High Point, obviously a really good team. As you heard me say before, all the bad ones are on spring break. 30-win team, first-year head coach has done a great job. So excited to be in it. I don't care where we get sent, who we have to play. Just eager to have the opportunity to make a deep run.
Badgers and Panthers scheduled to tip off on Thursday at 12:50 on TBS. Meanwhile, for the third time in a row, Team USA will be in the World Baseball Classic final, as last night they were able to get past a stacked Dominican Republic team, winning 2-1 in a thriller with the game's best talent littered all over the diamond. U.S. manager Mark DeRosa says regardless of who came out on top in the semifinal contest, last night was important for the sport as a whole.
The WBC has this magnetic way of just growing the game of baseball. And tonight, I go back to last time when Ohtani struck out Mike Trout, and it's like baseball won that night. whether we won or didn't win, baseball won. I think baseball won again tonight.
Now the Americans will either face Italy or Venezuela in the championship game on Tuesday night. The Italians beat U.S. in pool play, while Jackson Churio and William Contreras, two Brewers, they're two of the top players for Team Venezuela. That game was awesome last night. That Dominican Republic lineup was one to behold,
Yeah.
but it was a
Always
great pitching effort by Team USA.
They bring out some of the best, don't they?
They do.
The Dominican,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And no matter who wins that other game, there's going to be a Brewer on either sides of it. So
Andrew
pretty
Fisher,
cool.
a big part of Team Italy. So good to see some representation. Guys playing well before the season gets started, which is crazy to think next Thursday, opening day for baseball already.
Crazy. Yeah,
basketball,
fantastic.
but also baseball.
Does not feel like baseball
No,
weather at
no,
all.
definitely not baseball
No, it does
weather.
not.
Hopefully
Snowball weather.
That makes it warmer, hopefully, I think. That's how
It should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks, Jacob.
mindset. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Get the lowest prices of the year during sales fair at Nelson Agri Center on now. Get huge savings on Milwaukee Power Tools. Stock up on paint with our buy one get one specials. We'll have deals on fencing, gates, seeds, and more for your farm. Plus, get an $8 store credit towards already low prices with the junk battery trade-in sale. Thousands of items are on sale at the lowest prices of the year at Nelson Agri Center, downtown Viroqua.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
It is my privilege to invite you to the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. 28 years ago, we decided to give homeowners an opportunity to get started early and get great value on their home improvement. I love that it's become a tradition, and we see so many past customers and other customers beginning on their home improvement adventure. Stop into the Board Store during the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Prompt free estimates.
Yeah, those temperatures are about where we should be for an average low right now, but that'll be your high tomorrow. We'll have wind chills, sub-zero in the morning along with temperatures. Snow comes back in the picture tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night, and we stay kind of cold, but then we start getting a little milder towards the first day of spring here towards later in the week. Potentially maybe 50s coming.
There we go. Heat wave.
Hopefully, yep, hey.